I know. Just take a few deep breaths. Here we are. Here we are. Every little queen needs a tiara. Now listen, you need to take a few deep breaths. All right, this is your throne for the evening. We have a few people gathered here to show you just how much we love you. All right? Now, I was thinking that you may get emotional. So if you just look to your left, you will find your Kleenex. Also, I know you did not get to put on waterproof mascara. So if at any point you feel uncomfortable with how swollen your eyes are getting, you have a few choice in shades. All right? Yes. All right, everybody. Yeah, we're here. We are here. And I have lots of thank yous. And this is your life that we are going to present on this stage. Tammy, Marie, Morgan, Sutton, Langley. And that will make much more sense to some of you a little bit later. But I have to start with one woman who started this all, and that is your mother, Joyce Felios. And she could not be here this evening physically because she just visited in November, and it was a little bit too quick of a turnaround. But I did call her a couple of weeks ago, and I spent a couple of hours on the phone talking to her to find out a little bit about you, so that I could make sure and promise her that you and her would be together in spirit this evening, even though she physically couldn't be here. So after talking with her, and she had a lot of good little nuggets for me, I decided I should just try to write a little poem. So I wrote a poem, and this is just for you. This is probably the most serious part of this show. So get your Kleenex. In fact, why don't I just put this box in your lap? All right, here you go. All right, I did title this poem Primordial Poem. Doctor said there was no chance. No conception was their stance. She had lost a baby boy, and doctor said there'd be no joy. He thought too, well, it can't be all this time with no babies, but God, he has a perfect plan, a precious gift he placed in hand. This baby must be something special. In her womb, all warm and nestled, a baby girl like none before. True miracle, new life so pure. Born in the back seat of a car, because the hospital was too far. A day of wonder like no other. A sister has another, a bouncing, lively little girl whose head was bare with not a curl. She would rub her head each day for a follicle of hair, she'd pray. All would say, what a cute little boy! And she would correct and feel so annoyed, but nothing stopped this baby girl. She was ready for the world. This bald toddler, now on the loose, climbing trees and making truce with every butterfly, worm, and bee, all were friends from what she could see. This tiny being broke every mold, and barely 2 years old. She looked up toward everything, her goal to climb and jump and swing. She was love right from the start, born with purpose and strong heart. She came from God and had no fear. At 3, a song rang in her ear. From one God we all are one, and know this when the day is done. And Joyce told me that there really wasn't any particular song that she used to sing to Morgan when she was a baby. She just sang all the regular lullabies and such. And so I wanted to bring 3 beautiful girls up to the stage right now who are close friends to you, and you've shared the gift of music. I know that you've told me that their family is so beautiful and you were so happy to be part of them. So if the Buse sisters would come right on up here, They're going to sing a beautiful, amazing rendition of You Are My Sunshine.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. The other night, dear, when I lay sleeping, I dreamt I held you in my arms. But when I woke, dear, I was mistaken. So I hung my head and I cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. No, please don't take my sunshine away. Please don't take my sunshine away. We love you.
I just want to say Morgan has done so very much for us and our family. We are incredibly and always indebted to you for all the amount of hours you put in and the love you gave us.
Thank you. That was wonderful. Thank you. I screamed that for the first time. It's hard to imagine. Yes, that is a good idea. That's a good idea. It's hard to imagine that this little petite blonde, blue-eyed beauty was anything but a little lady. However, her childhood was filled with bugs, running barefoot, and dirt bikes. She was, after all, raised in Indiana by a mama that lived on a farm. She grew lots of gardens, vegetables in her gardens, and had lots of animals. And also, Morgan, you have to know, survived her mama's 8 marriages, yes, 8, and a life with very little means. She was used to wide open spaces, and she was a survivor. It's funny that she's left footprints on all of our lives, and ironically, at any given moment, you can ask Morgan to show you her feet. Morgan, would you just take off maybe one of your shoes? Just one. Just please one. If you could just take off one heel. I can guarantee when she does that 7-Eleven feet are what you're going to find. And for those that aren't familiar with 7-Eleven feet, that's feet black as night, okay, from the asphalt. You've got to love her. Yes, dirty feet, pigtails, cut off jeans and all. Can we get a yee-haw here? Yeah. So in the beginning, Morgan was never really concerned with fashion. Nope, or what she looked like. This did not pose a problem until adolescence, a move to Central Florida, and a teenage diva named Mishi. After a doting boy brought Morgan to Mishi for a wardrobe consultation, neither girl was ever the same. Morgan, as far as her sense of style, and Mishi, in that she had found a forever friend who loved her no matter what. Mishi happens to be here, and I thought it would be very apropos to bring her up on the stage to give our little country bumpkin a makeover.
Whenever I see someone less fortunate than I, and let's face it, who isn't? determined to succeed. Follow my lead, and yes, indeed, you will be popular. You're gonna be popular. I'll teach you the proper voice, how to flirt with me, little ways to flirt and flout. I'll show you what shoes to wear, how to fix your hair, everything that really counts to be popular. I'll help you be popular. You'll hang with the right cohorts, you'll be good at sports, know the slang you've got to know. So let's start, 'cause you've got an awfully long way to go. Don't be offended by my frank analysis. Think of it as personality dialysis. Now that I've come to become a paralysis, to randomizer, there's nobody wiser. Not when it comes to popular. I know about popular, and with an assist from me to be who you'll be, instead of dreary who you were, well, are. There's nothing that can stop you from becoming popular. La, 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 you'll be popular. When I see the bursting creatures with the prepossessing features, I remind them on their own behalf to think of celebrated heads of state, especially great communicators. Did they have brains or knowledge? Don't make me laugh. They were popular, please. It's all about popular. It's not about aptitude. It's the way you feel. So it's very true to be very, very popular, like me. Why, Miss Morgan, look at you. You're beautiful. And though you protest your disinterest, I know clandestinely you're gonna grandparent without popularity. La, 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 you'll be popular, just not quite as popular as me.
I can pretty much guarantee, Mishi, that you probably want to go backstage right now and help Heather with the costume change. I can pretty much guarantee that is happening. Yeah. Yes, she hasn't seen him in a while. Now, after this transformation, Morgan's makeover, she started dancing at Raskin Studios in St. Cloud. She started training and performing. Music and her love for the arts was beginning to take hold. Her mother instilled in her an ethic for hard work that, coupled with Morgan's innate drive and ambition, influenced her decision to see how she could get paid doing what she loves. So she auditioned for the Mass. And while it seems fitting that the most eccentric, creative, imaginative, curious, blonde in all of the Disney family, Alice in Wonderland, was the character that Morgan was chosen to portray. Now, not only those close to her would know her abundant love, but complete strangers would start to recognize.
Mr. Walt Disney himself.
rises to a new level of difficulty in the absence of a fur or plastic veneer. Apparently, human personification makes the character far more approachable by adults, in addition to the usual autograph-hunting youngsters. On at least 2 occasions, poor Alice was manhandled like any stage prop during photo sessions. Yet she never lost the warm, cheerful smile offered to each visitor. You're welcome. Allison's actions reminded me that it's not just the high tact, but a large number of genuinely unappreciated people that put the magic in the kingdom. So if you would thank them on my behalf for yet another pleasant vacation we experienced at Walt Disney World. As for Alice, if her compensation were doubled, Disney would still be getting a bargain. Oh, wow! Sincerely, Steve Scatini of Pompton Lakes, New Jersey, proudly displayed above my mantle in my own home.
Yay, Alice! Thank you so much! Did you recognize that because we did go through your treasure chest and that was locked? We picked the lock and went through your treasure chest to find your letter. How about that? That was a real letter that Morgan received. Awesome. Thank you, Alice. Thank you, Alice. Well, I definitely see that Morgan seemed destined for stardom. How about those stars? But life can be so funny sometimes and throw an unexpected curveball into the most perfect of plans. Our 17-year-old Alice in Wonderland met a boy who also fell head over heels for her, not surprising. And at 18, she became Mrs. Ronald Sutton. You may not know that together with this man, Morgan built 2 businesses that they started with $17 in their checking account. First a salvage yard and then a successful auto glass business in Kissimmee. Morgan focused on being the best wife and partner, but about midway through the marriage, that performance bug started biting. She became a member of the board at Osceola Center for the Performing Arts and then thought, I'm married, but my life's not over. I still got it, so why don't I still go get it? So she decided to audition for the performance of Damn Yankees at Osceola Center for the Performing Arts, and that is where I met Morgan about 17 years ago. She was the only person at the entire audition who actually made eye contact with me and smiled. And we had a little chat, and I knew in that moment that she was good fruit. And for those of you that won't know Morgan, if she calls you good fruit, because that is a phrase that I have coined from her, that's good, okay? If you're good fruit, it's a good thing. If you're rotten fruit, see ya, hit the road. So she's the only person that smiled. She asked me a couple questions. She said she was super nervous, and then her name got called. And I listened through the door as she sang, and I remember thinking this girl is pretty good. Pretty good. And it was definitely girlfriend love at first sight, for sure. It was the first of many auditions for Morgan. She was determined to reawaken some of her dormant performance dreams. She auditioned and auditioned and auditioned, but somehow there was always another girl that walked away with the lead role. A couple of those girls are here tonight. Natalie Cordone, will you please make your way to the stage? Along with Miss Andrea Canning, will you please make your way to the stage? Now we're going to kind of reenact a little bit of audition experience here for you this evening. Any of you that are in the business know that you, oh well, hello, it's Morgan, ready for her audition. My goodness. Any of you that have auditioned know that we're all kind of masochists in this business because you usually get one yes out of 100 no's, okay? So this is what we put ourselves through. And so we thought we'd sort of demonstrate Morgan's experience early on. And this is, in fact, the song that I heard her singing through the doors at Osceola Center for the Performing Arts. window seat with garden view. A perfect nook to read a book. I'm lost in my Jane Austen when I hear. Say it isn't so. Not the flat below. From an opera wannabe in 13G. A matinee of some cantata, Wagner's Ring and Traviata. My first night in 14G, I'll put up with Puccini. Brew myself a cup of tea. Crochet until she's greeny. 8:30, not a peep, except the clock tick-tocking. Now I lay me down to sleep. A comfy bed to rest my head. A stretch, a yawn, I'm almost gone wet. Zoot-dwee-da, zoot-da-doo, do spilloid, what baby? Na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, woo-wee! Now the girl upstairs wakes me unawares, blowing down her reveille from 15G. She's scatting like her name is Alec. Guess who answers a cappella? Zoot-doo-doo, boy, boy, ooh, ooh. Zoot-doo-doo, boy, boy, ooh, ooh. I'm not one to raise my voice, make a fuss, or speak my mind, but I query, would you mind if, could you kindly felt good. Stop! 13, 15, 14G, a most unlikely trio. Not quite three-part harmony. All down late we're singing boy, boy, zoot-a-boo, boy, boy, stop. Had my fill of peace and quiet. Shout out loud, I've changed my diet. All because of 14G. Lamp seems to beat a fatalistic warning. There was a time, I don't know when, I didn't have much time for men. But this is now, and that was then. I'm learning. A girl alone, all on her own, must try to have a heart of stone. So I try not to make you know my yearning. I try to show I have no need. I really do. I don't succeed. So let's bring down the men and let the fun begin. A little touch of sin. Why wait another minute? Step this way. It's time for us to play. They say we may not pass this way again, so let's waste no
our breaks the same. I like to have our man for breakfast each day. I'm very social and I like it that way. By late mid-morning I need something to munch, so I invite two men to lunch. And men are mad about my afternoon teas. I'm very social, I just do it to please. Those triple sandwiches are my favorite ones. I'm also very partial to buns. I have the appetite that's strongest at night. My adult dinners are my men friends' delight. When I invite the fellas over to dine, they all come early, we're met by 9. So let's bring on the men and let the fun begin. A little touch of sin while we're another man. And step this way, it's time for us to play. They say we may not pass this weekend, so let's waste no more time. Bring on the men.
Touch me, it's so easy to leave me all alone with the memory of my days in the sun. If you touch me, you'll understand what happiness
I'm Andrea Canny. I'm here for my call back.
I enter into the most simple addition, then swear that the figures are lying. I'm a much better comic than mathematician, and I'm better on stage than at intermission. And as far as the man is concerned, if I've been burned, I haven't. I know he's around when the sky and the ground start in ringing. I know when he's near by the thunder I hear in advance. His words and his words alone are the words that can start my heart singing. And his is the only music that makes me dance. He'll sleep and he'll rise in the light of two eyes that adore him. Bore him it might, but he won't leave my sight for a glance. In every way, every day, I need less of myself. I need more him, more him. 'Cause his is the only music that makes me dance. And he
in some roles. She found some wonderful karaoke bars that delighted in her lyrical renditions of Jewel. To help Morgan sing some of this karaoke, and this is a special request from your husband, but we have myself and Mishi to help you through it because we figured, well, that you'd be a little emotional. So we thought we would bring out one of your most favorite karaoke songs. Now this is old school karaoke because there just wasn't time to be hooking up monitors, etc. So we just have the cue cards right here to help you, but well, you just chime in. I'm gonna just let you hold this microphone, and if you're so moved after you hear it, Miss Jewel, you love Jewel, then you can just sing it if not. and landed a role at a promising new improv theater called Soulfire. She portrayed the ditzy blonde, go figure, and she helped reenact a crazy Italian wedding nightly and met some real characters along the way, namely Donnie, Connie, and Tina, who happen to be here tonight.
How you doing? We got it from here, sweets. Thank you so very much. Ladies and gentlemen, namely ladies, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Donnie Dolce. Thank you. Both of you. It's very nice. I'm available for weddings, bar mitzvahs, private ladies' evenings. Yes. Go ahead, Connie. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Oh my God. So I'm literally, I'm sorry, I've been drinking since 2 o'clock. Tina, we grew up with Donna in Brooklyn. We love her very much. And we're so proud of Donna because she moved down to Florida to pursue an entertainment career because you know Orlando is the entertainment capital of the world. No, except for Vegas.
Yeah, after Vegas.
Yeah, that's right. All right, so we got something to help you with your career, Donna. We brought
All the way.
very heavy.
All the way from Brooklyn.
I don't know how to open it though.
I don't know how to open it.
I'm coming. Are you ready for me?
Yeah, we're ready.
Let's go. I'm coming.
We did
You
good.
did not fit in the overhead bin.
And that's mainly a ego, you know? At all.
We love you. Give her a big round of applause.
You guys are all so awesome. This crew worked at Tony and Tina's wedding for Soulfire Dinner Theater, and now Stephen Hurts and Kimberly, they actually own a company called Crash Your Party. They will dress up pretty much as any characters that you want or desire and come crash your party.
We have no shame.
So we are pitching them. So for future parties, you can be hired. You can just contact me and we'll get you connected. Thank you all.
We love you, Morgan, so much. So very much. All right, get down here.
Morgan's performance career was really rolling along, but living the high life in entertainment, late nights, tattoos, parties, tattoos, and sometimes too much merriment. Did I mention tattoos? Oh, some of you may not know. This is the time in Morgan's life that she thought it would be a good idea to have her eyeballs tattooed just above her backside. Yes, I did say eyeballs. And I do believe that takes, here's looking at you, kid, to a whole new level. Okay? Anywho, all of these shenanigans, particularly tattoos, can cause strain on relationships. And sadly, after 10 years of marriage, Morgan and Ron decided that they were better off apart. Now, coincidentally, shortly after, she landed her first job with a national tour in How to Succeed in Business. Now, the gentleman sitting behind me, is David Jenkins. Hello, David Jenkins. He was our musical director on our tour of How to Succeed in Business. He lives in Pennsylvania. He flew down kind of just for this. And he's going to play a little bit of that How to Succeed overture. And lo and behold, we have Hetty LaRue, another ditzy blonde that Morgan was cast as. Unbelievable. So strut your stuff, Hetty. We're glad you're here. Hetty, how do you get all these parts, Hetty?
You better find a second
love with her, along with audience up and down the East Coast, but her failed marriage did take a toll on her spirit. I was there alongside. I was not cast as Hetty LaRue. I was cast in the chorus, but we don't need to talk about that. It's funny, however, how life's storms push us out of our comfort zones, isn't it? And into positions of even greater strength. Through this trial, Morgan simply became more fortified in who she was, and through the experience was able to reach out to even more people during times of sorrow and tribulation. It was as if she just got better at helping people see the goodness and the light in any and all situations. One song that represents her soul so well is sung so sweetly again by those few sisters, if I could have them come back on stage. Candace, Christy, and Danielle, will you please come back up here and share a song that means more to me probably than Morgan, but I had to put it in there. And this is I Hope You Dance.
Sing this to her lovely two little ladies that we love very much. Because I know I sing it to my little boy too, and it's one of those that once you have kids, you can't hardly get through it without crying, so I'll try. Can I get a little more track, please? I hope you never lose your sense of wonder. Can you feel the heat, but always keep that hunger? May you never take one single breath for granted. God forbid love ever leave you empty-handed. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Never one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. When you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you never fear those mountains in the distance. Never settle for the path of least resistance. Living might mean taking chances they're worth taking. Loving might be a mistake, but it's worth making. Don't let some habit heart leave you bitter. When you come close to setting out, reconsider. Give the heavens above more than just some passing glance. When you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope
started studying with Manny Lujan, one of the best vocal coaches here in Central Florida. She started producing her first record and also landed a job performing at the Hard Rock Casino and Hotel in Tampa. Not surprising, both Manny and a wide fan base fell in love with her. You may have heard at the beginning of the show the name Tammy. Well, for many of us, we knew Morgan as Tammy. That was the name for the first half of her life. But during these years of self-evolution, a defining moment came to Morgan in a dream that we're going to recreate for you this evening. Yes. Now, there were hundreds of thousands of people in this dream, all right? You all are the hundreds of thousands of people, okay? And she was about to sing to a sold-out concert, all right, people? So you're excited. You might be up on your feet. The children probably are welcome. Okay, you're excited. All right, the superstar is about to come on stage. Now, the entire audience, her name, remember, let me just remind you, was Tammy Marie Morgan Sutton. Okay, this was her name. Now, in the dream, the entire audience started whispering, probably at first, Morgan Stone, Morgan Stone. Can I hear it, people? Morgan Stone, Morgan Stone. A little louder. Morgan Stone. On your feet. Morgan Stone. Give it all you got. Morgan Stone. Morgan Stone. Morgan Stone. Yes. It probably went just like that. So when she woke up from this dream, she knew that it was the end of one chapter and the beginning of a new one, and she called me and she said, I'm going to change my name to Morgan Stone. I need to do this. And that's who she has been from this day forward, from that day forward. And aren't you happy that we brought that to life for you this evening? And that all these people now know that fun fact. Yes. And she honestly, at this point, I don't think she thought that her life could get much better. She was free. She was singing her heart out. She was living her passion. She was making good money. She was on fire, I'm telling you. Now, the dating scene was maybe not quite as fiery, but it was kind of just like all the wrong men. But as we know, that which doesn't kill us makes us stronger. And then out of the blue, all right, Josh Langley got stood up at a Dave Matthews Band. Yes, he did. And he decided to stop by the Hard Rock Casino for a drink and try his luck. His friend Pete was playing in the lobby bar, and lo and behold, Morgan Stone was singing. And he told me that he fell in love with you the very moment that he saw you. He loved your face, and he loved your voice, and he loved your eyes. He didn't know they were on your back foot yet. He loved your hair, and your beauty captivated him, and the longer he watched you that evening, your essence enveloped him. And coincidentally, he asked his ex-girlfriend, who happened to be bartending there that evening, as many questions about Morgan as he could think up, right? And he annoyed the heck out of her, but he did not care because he knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that you were the woman that he was going to marry. And he knew that moment that he saw you. Now, he called his buddy Jason just to confirm this fact, and Morgan, on the other hand, was not so sure about the whole situation. He seemed a bit eager for her. And on her first break, and I'm not even kidding you, she beelined to her room at the hotel to hide. She actually sent me a text that said, I found the perfect man for you. Yes, she did. So once again, someone fell in love with Morgan and never looked back, but this love is a forever love. And Josh knew he couldn't give up on his one true love, and Morgan eventually broke down some walls, learning that she deserved some love back for all that she had given and all that she continues to give on a daily basis to all of us. There is a song that I would like for Jesse Martins to come on up here and play. I would like to invite your husband up on stage, please, for the first time, because I have a feeling you probably want to give him a very big hug right now. Josh, will you please come up here and dance with the love of your life? And we can all hold up our phones, sway the beauty that this relationship is.
It's amazing how you can speak right to my heart. Without saying one word, you light up the dark. Try as I may, I could never explain what I hear when you don't say a thing. The smile on your face lets me know that you need me, and it's truth in your eyes singing you'll never leave me. And one touch of your hand says you'll catch me if ever I fall. When you say nothing at all. All day long I can hear people talking out loud. But when you hold me near, you drown out the crowd. Your lips are Webster could never define what's being said between your heart and mine. The smile on your face lets me know that you need me, and there's a truth in your eyes saying you'll never leave me. And one touch hand says you'll catch me if ever I fall. When you say it best, when you say nothing at all. The smile on your face lets me know that you need me, and there's truth in your eyes saying you'll never leave me. One touch of your hand says you'll catch me if ever I fall. But you say it best when you say nothing at all.
Well, I'm sure it's all not very surprising that Josh's family and friends quickly fell in love with Morgan too. She dazzled them all with her brains and her beauty, especially her brains. Dale recalls a vacation in Costa Rica where Morgan learned about geothermal plants and the fact that these geothermal plants provided 15% of all of that nation's energy. The next day in the pool, they're all hanging out, vacationing as we all do in vacation mode. I'm sure it involved alcohol. She met a botanist, okay? She just learned about geothermal plants, and she met a botanist vacationing, and she, with every bit of her soul, genuinely exclaimed,
Oh! You must be here to visit the amazing geothermal plants!
Yes. But now you understand what a geothermal plant is, I'm sure, right? They schooled you on everything. All right, good. You cannot make this material up, I'm telling you. Now, a little over a year later, Josh proposed, and they were married on November 3rd, 2007, in St. Petersburg, Florida. There were a few challenges at this wedding. Morgan had to buy a dress a few sizes bigger than she was used to. Morgan Standard, come on out, you beauty. Yes. This was a beach wedding. We were all bare feet or flip-flops. Yes. Aren't you beautiful?
I feel beautiful.
Good. The dress is a little bigger than I'm used to seeing you in. Oh, because you're 7 months pregnant! Now Morgan also slipped up. I have to tell you this honestly. You did slip up in your style sense a little bit in this moment when you had every bridesmaid wear a sarong in the bridal party.
What are you saying?
Yeah, well, I'm saying
She can wear it again. She looks amazing. Graduation parties, weddings,
Yes.
first communions. You'll wear it again.
Yeah, the problem with that was that the wedding day, it was a little breezy on the beach. A little breezy on the beach makes for some very interesting pictures when you're wearing a sarong. Very interesting. And it just so happens that her wonderful, awesome husband that you just watched very romantically dance with her, this was the third thing that was a challenge that night. He decided that he would drink a few too many libations. And so their crazy, wild, romantic evening he spent passed out. Happy wedding! Happy wedding! Yes! And so the Langley started their family on January 3rd, 2008, welcoming Jade and Aria into the world. Will you come up here, little sweetie? Will you come up on stage, Jade and Aria? Please? And the girls, and then Lila came along. Lila, do you feel like coming up on stage and giving Mommy a hug? Lila came along on February 15th in 2010. Yes. And these two beauties have an amazing cousin who, I have to say, this is probably the girl that first stole Josh's heart. This little girl is Haven, their cousin. Will you come up here, Haven? Now, Morgan and motherhood went together like peanut butter and jelly. She read all the right books, and she pureed her own baby food, and she had them on sleep schedules. She joined as many mothers groups that she could find and that would let her in. She even began designing websites. During all this period in her life, she started an artist management company where she met a lot of these. I'm sorry. You can sit back in your throne, honey. Or they can go. You want to go with Mom? Just sit right over here. Okay, that's fine too. Come on. Sit down. Right here. It's perfect. So, yes. She was designing websites, raising these children, designing websites. She started an artist management company. She started a blog, all the while raising this family and these girls, and she was running her household. She was driven, she was ambitious, she was motivated, and the mommy Morgan, she kind of runs a tight ship, don't you think, girls? I mean, doesn't she keep you on a really busy schedule? Do you think? Maybe? She always has activities, always really planned out, right? Maybe? Yes. Just agree with me on this. You can just shake your head yes, all right? So I thought we'd bring that Morgan standing out one more time, darling Morgan. Oh, Mommy Morgan. Mommy Morgan. Come here, girls. All right, stand up.
Wakey, wakey, eggs and bacon. Rise and shine, girls. Move, move, move. We've got a big day ahead of us. Are you ready? Okay, because we've got to get dressed, get downstairs in 10, eat breakfast, brush our teeth, leave for school at 30. I'll pick you up at 3:30. There's a crack there in Winter Garden. Dinner with friends at 5. On to Disney fireworks and in bed by 9. Get moving. Come on, let's go.
Oh my goodness, that's a lot to do, don't you think, girls? We're gonna have a very busy day, don't you think? Is there a song that we should sing for Mommy that just reminds her that, sometimes maybe she plans too much? What do you think? What do you think? Should we sing her the song that we planned? Okay.
It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us. Instead treated, we get tricked. Instead kisses, we get kicked. It's a hard knock life. Don't it feel like the wind is always howling? Don't it feel like there's never any light? Once a day, don't you want to throw the towel in? It's easier than putting up a fight. No one's there when your dreams and I get creepy. No one cares if you grow or you shrink. No one tries when your eyes are red and weepy. Girls crying when we think it's chase and sing. Oh, Santa Claus we never see. Santa Claus, what's that? Who's he? No one cares for you. I'm smidged when you're in on orphanage. It's a hard knock life.
Very good job, girls. I mean, no rehearsal. Give it up. Yes. Morgan, there were so many people who wanted to be here. Lots of surprises, but I talked to lots of people who couldn't make it. I talked to Jeremy, I talked to Ron Burrish, I talked to Joey, I talked to Vinny, I talked to Rick Edwards, I talked to Paul Mascilli, I talked to my husband, Fernando Varela, who's not here either. And there are people here when the lights come up and we get to party next door a little bit together who just met you and they fell in love with you. Like, you have this personality that's magnetic and people love you, they love you, and that's all we wanted to do tonight is come together. And this last gentleman, who you might know, who we just happened to be talking about in the car, Don Lamkin, where are you? Will you please come up here? Now, Don Lamkin is a fellow Capricorn. So if you know Tammy well, you'll know if you share her sign, her astrological sign, you're like an immediate best friend with her. All right? So not only was Don a Capricorn, they just bonded immediately over music. And they've had the last couple of years where they've had a lot of different ventures that way. And Don thought he would pull out a song that everyone knows, and everybody better sing this song because everyone knows it.
Also, we were talking about her artist management. Morgan worked 2 years non-stop getting the name Diamond Rocks out, not only in the United States, but all over the world. And she's really instrumental with the success of Diamond Rocks. So let's do it. Let's get everybody moving and get some of the house lights out. Go ahead and hit it. You know this one. Everybody knows it, okay? Morgan, stay up here. Sit there or something. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go, everybody. You got it. You sisters out there. Josh, you too. Where it began, I can't begin to know. But then I know it's growing strong. name. Come on now, touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe they never would, but now I look at the night and they don't seem so lonely. We fill it up with only two, me and you. And when I hurt, burden runs off my shoulder. How can I hurt when holding you? Warm, touching warm, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe they never would. Oh no, no. All right, everybody, here for Morgan at her 40th birthday. We want to hear everybody singing on your feet. Here we go. Let's do it. Sweet Caroline, ba, ba, ba. Good times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe they never would. Sweet Caroline. Thank you, Morgan.
I know what that takes for you to sing that song without a backup band, and I thank you so much. That's a gift.
Don't give away my diva stuff. But yes, thank you. Josh, come on up
Thank you,
here.
Don.
Will you take this?
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
And we'll get everybody.
Absolutely. Actually, yeah. We're just gonna actually close it out with actually one more song. Can I get everybody who performed to come up on stage? And then you can sit, really, Morgan, we love you. And in the storybook of life, love is the common thread. Love motivates us, lifts us, inspires us, challenges us. We don't stop seeking love, and we aim to fall in love. We want people around us to illuminate love, and everyone in this room today agrees that you are a beacon of love in this world. And your life is a part of all of our love stories. Now, this is a song that I know everybody knows, so please join in and help us sing. Because Morgan Stone Langley, we all can't help falling in love with you. So please join me in Elvis's most famous song, Can't Help Falling in Love, and sing out loud, please, for Morgan. Wise men say, only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I say, would it be love sin? For I can't help falling in love with you. Everybody, we love you. Children, you are most excellent. More amazing music with Jesse Martins. and all of you now have a chance to love and hug Morgan.
Can we get one curtain call for the
Yes.
guest stars?
Absolutely. Absolutely. 40 years of life, darling. Take center stage.
Take a bow.
And take a bow. So we get in their life. You can hug your mamas. Every performer, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Susan, for putting it all together.
I just want to, I'm so surprised, and I just want to thank everybody for coming, and thank everybody that performed and flew in, and I'm just overwhelmed. Thank you so much. This means more than